So I did want to talk about field goal percentage here. JJ Redick mentioned that Bob Cousy never shot over 40% for his career, and he's right about that. So Bob Cousy shot 37.5% from the field for his career. You have to understand that the league average during this time was 39%. So Bob Cousy is only 1.5 percentage points below league average. By comparison, JJ Redick is about 1% below league average through his playing career. Russell Westbrook is about 1.9 percentage points below league average throughout his career. So Bob Cousy is somewhere between a Westbrook and a Redick with a field goal percentage, both of whom were effective, very effective guards in the modern game, and Bob Cousy's kind of like sandwiched in between them on efficiency. You can't take anything away from the impact these players made, only being 1 or 2 percentage points off from league average as guards. Bob Cousy is 1.5 percentage points off from league average as a guard. That means when he's setting up outside, he's a threat to shoot from outside, and that means when he comes in for layups, he's a threat to make those layups at a reasonable rate. The conditions that the players had to play in the field, it's very different than today's game. There's no charge circle in the paint. The paint is smaller in Bob Cousy's career. The lane is only 12 feet. Traveling violations.
Havlicek guarding Selby, who gets off the shot, was called for traveling.
A lot of you guys are doing like this, facing him, and then you step. That's a travel. And unfortunately, it happens a lot in the game, they don't call it.
So also in starting up the Boston offense, traveling is the call.
You do this is a travel. So if you get the ball, wait, or even though you get it, quick first step and then the ball on the dribble.
What about crossover steps? So say you're facing up again, and you jab and go left.
Like this. No.
So anything where your foot leaves before the ball comes down.
Yeah, I mean, you cannot move the pivot foot no matter what before you dribble.
So if I want to go right, put the goddamn ball down.
Or you're going to be like really low and push the, like, you have to tell it to the referee, like, you cannot be just doing this.
Ramsey called for traveling.
Palming violations, carrying violations, all of these things were way more strict. Offensive players were handcuffed in Bob Cousy's era. The defensive players often got rewarded. Oh, and offensive foul calls were way easier to draw back then. You basically did not have to have your feet set or give your offensive player room to run.
West made the shot at 16-11. Sam Jones going down the middle, an offensive foul. Frank Selby is guarding Havlicek. That's Ramsey going in. Another offensive foul charged to Ramsey. Jones. Heinsohn going in. An offensive foul charged to Heinsohn as he rammed into LaRusso going in from the left side. Guarded by Wiley, feeds out to Heinsohn. LaRusso guarding him. And Tommy Heinsohn again is charged with an offensive foul. His third personal for Tommy Heinsohn. And Ramsey's getting set to go back in. Boston picking up across.
With rules like this, everybody's field goal percentage was down. Almost everybody's. Like, that's why the whole league average, I should mention the whole league average here. The league average field goal percentage in Bob Cousy's time was 39%, as I had mentioned. Today, for the past 3 decades, it's about 45.7. So with all the offensive freedom players have, and the way defensive players don't have as many tools in their toolbox nowadays, yeah, a couple of percentage points higher in average field goal percentage is, like, I would think that's to be expected, you know. So that's something that people should keep in mind when they're talking about Bob Cousy, or trying to figure out how to evaluate him as a player. You can't really punish him for shooting 40%, less than 40% from the field, when he's only 1.5% different than league average. Like, that's how you have to look at him in that context.
Kyrie Irving was transported and teleported into a 1960s finals game 7.
Well,
they would look at him like he was a wizard.
You have to judge players in their time. You can't take a player 60 years from now and throw him back.
But the context of playing against.
Here is a foul against Archie Clark as Don Freeman had position on him, and Clark is called for an offensive foul. We'll look at it again here. That's a stutter step, then he darted to.
So look at this. Archie's basically in midair, and both feet are not in place by the defensive player. In fact, Archie's left foot lands on the left foot of the defensive player as it's still sliding. And it's a charge on Archie Clark.
They would look at him like he was a wizard.
It was a terrible call.
I'm not going to give you that opportunity, Chris.
I'm saying the ref said if he could dribble like that, he'd play in the league.